What's going on, guys? Welcome to another live stream. I am here. It's just the usual chaos pre-stream. I hit the live button and then realized there's a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't take care of, that I hadn't taken care of before the stream started. Got all the cameras set up, got the microphone set up. I'm just standing a mile away from it, that's all. I got the products ready to weld, which is also good. I did intend to try using some lanthanated tungstens tonight, but I absolutely didn't get an opportunity to sharpen any today. It's just absolute chaos at the moment. But I do have 3 Evo 7 catch cans here that are all tacked up, ready to weld. I got one from the last batch, which has this, where are you guys? Which has this weird overlapping. There was an issue with the sizing on this panel here. But the other two are really good fit up all over the whole tank. So I think we're just going to weld all 3. So same deal as last time. I'm just going to weld until 7 o'clock. And whatever we get done, we get done. And whatever we don't get done, we will come back and do tomorrow. I think that's just how it's going to be. And unless we do something like a testing stream or something like that, that's just how we're going to roll with these streams right now. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. Just put my earpiece away. So, what I want to do, I want to get a bit of heat into this part to start with. So, I'm just going to weld a little bit of stuff at the back here. Let's get this key light on. Get a helmet on. So I've pulled this, I think I mentioned it last night, I pulled this table way back because I want to put a shelf in front of it to be able to, instead of having everything sitting on the welding bench, I want to put a shelf like up here and just be able to free up a bit of space. So I'm sort of trying to set everything up to make sure all the cables are long enough. Everything reaches what it needs to reach. Well, that's the plan right now. And I just need to do a bolt up on that prop arm. One of the many things that I was supposed to do earlier today. I did get my gas delivery today, but I'm hoping that this bottle will last out for at least for the stream tonight. Nothing worse than having to change a bottle mid-stream. And the other thing which is going to add a little bit of excitement is I only have 2 tungstens pre-sharpened. So that's going to put the pressure on a little bit, but I'm sure it will be fine. Okay, so let's jump into the welder settings. We're going back up to setting number 1, which is our straight current setting. I've left it the same as last night still, so we're auto, pre-flow and post-flow. No pulse. We're on square wave, 85 Hz and -35 on the AC balance. I'm pretty sure we're 110 max amps there, so with a foot pedal and 15 amps minimum on the foot pedal. There, they were pretty good settings, so I'm going to put the screen, I'm going to go along this little back section here and just put some heat into the part. I might go all the way around. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll sort of move on from there. My stick out's just a little bit too far. The last thing I welded was the internal baffles on these, so I had a little bit longer sticky out just to be able to reach right down into a, it's actually this weld. You can see the distortion here, this weld across the top. So dropped it back down to just a little over 3 mil. G'day Chris, thanks for the like. Hope you're having an awesome day, man. All right, travelled around there, not too bad. This here had a like a blow through. You can almost see the other one on the other side where I weld the front of the baffle in. So I've just touched it up on this side. I will just flap disc it down before I put the fittings on, but I just had a I forget what, I was on a pulse setting originally and it was just too much heat. there, which is why there's a dot on the front of this tank. I think this was obviously the first one that I welded brackets, baffles into today. Not super happy with that weld. Feels like I'm not exactly sure what I want to blame that on, but not super happy. This is the first weld of the day, apart from tacking panels together. But I'm just going to roll through and do the same thing on all the tanks. Actually, I really want that welding music today in the background. I think I'm going to jump into a welding screen and see if I can just switch that on. And if Facebook's the only one that has an issue with it, if Facebook wants to claim it or copyright strike it or whatever, we'll just deal with that. But bear with me one sec. No, I can't switch it on. It's I've removed it from from there. In my past Adam's wisdom has got rid of it. So there's going to be no music. I just feel like there's something missing. This tank here, we'll just continue on as if it's fine. So this tank here has this panel that doesn't fit perfectly. So we've got a bit of a step over here, a bit of a step over here. We'll be able to take care of that pretty easily, but I will have to tackle this one a little bit differently. So we'll do around here to this join here, and then we'll have to come back and meet that one back in the middle there. And just for the fun of it, let's just turn that up to 95 Hertz. Okay, that felt a little bit better. I've just melted my glove onto that weld a little bit. Right up there, you can see that. Might have to scuff that away a little bit before I do this little vertical section, but that's fine. That's fine. What did I want to do? I'm like, when I come back into this screen, I am going to blah. I don't remember what I was going to do. I was going to change that welder setting. I was going to just go to 90, sort of meet that halfway there. Yeah, I think the 95 hertz was a little bit nicer than 85 hertz. It's probably just placebo tonight. Kind of feeling like I really need to give up trying to figure out how to weld better. It's just my attitude for tonight. It's obviously not my overall intent, but it's just so hard all the time trying to figure it out. So same deal, I'm going to run around here. So those two guys over there are warming up. This guy will just we'll get this done. And then I think we'll go up these angled sections, these bottom seams, and then flip it over and do the tops of them. Alright, that was much nicer than the previous two tanks. Really happy with that. So we're at 90 hertz, square wave, and -39 on the AC balance for that weld. Looks really good around there. Happy with that. So we'll let that guy chill out and just soak a bit of heat into the part. We'll go back to the first one. So on these guys, we're going to have to fusion weld this really sharp point up here. Can I show you that a bit better? So this panel here goes to a really sharp point. We'll fusion weld that to let it move the heat around a little bit. And then we've got this little hole here we'll have to fill. I don't know if I can even show you this, but where are you guys? Over here. Can you see that where it says 25 there? I have another one too. Where's the other one on this? Oh, on the outside here, which I probably just welded over. This up here, where's the focus box? No, I don't think I can get that. But I've gone through and started reviewing the drawings. So this one, last time I cut the on the wrong side of the line for the filter basket, and we had to take care of that. But because this was the first time that I'd cut this part, previously I was getting them laser cut, and now I'm cutting them myself. I hadn't put the bend radiuses. Normally I write them on, so I engrave them on. But this panel, it needs to be folded from this side, so it gets cut, or it got cut face up. So I tried to write it really, really small, so I'm hoping the weld will cover that. And same with on this face, this side here, I had to write the folds on that side. So it said 20 degrees here, which has been covered up by the weld, and I got 65 degrees down here, which I'm pretty sure we'll be able to cover that as well. So a couple of things that we're just looking at on tonight's part. I definitely need to fix the DXF file to fill this hole. Just put a bit more meat in there. That's bend relief that the computer software generates, which I've just never taken care of, but I think next time I cut these things, I will definitely fix that. Along with one of these, I think one of these bends I wrote the wrong degree on, which I'll need to fix as well. I've got a note for it, but anyway. Just a little update on what went on between the last batch and this batch. So this batch here is completely pre-sold as well. So all three of these tanks that we're welding tonight have all pre-sold, which is, it's not super, it's pretty rare for Evo tanks, but it adds an extra element of me wanting to do a really good job when I know well ahead of time. So before I even cut these parts, I knew who the customer was. So I'm going to try, and not that I don't ever, but I'm going to try and do a really good job on these parts. Now I'm just going to jump in and switch that to a pulse setting. I will flip back and forth for each one of these and just do the fusion weld and then reset the pulse. But let's get in here and save that. We are saved, obviously. So profile number 3 is our pulse setting. This is still auto, pre-flow, post-flow, 45% on time. We're still running the 0.833 second pulse. Square wave, 130 hertz, negative 33 on the AC balance. It seems to be working pretty well. G'day Shania, I'm going really, really good actually. Hope you're doing well. Just going to prop this part up so we can get a good angle, and I'm going to go from the thin side to the thick side, so moving away from the point. That was beautiful. Really good fit up, which helps a lot. I was just double pulsing there. I don't know if you could tell, but I was double pulsing on the start there, just till I got enough heat, and the bead was sort of how I wanted it. But really happy with how it progressed down there. It looks really nice. I know one of these, the fit up isn't quite as nice as this one, but we'll get to compare them all towards the end. So we'll cruise back to part number 2. So fit up's not as great, but it's still okay. But I'm sure we'll do a good job on this one. So we'll get back into the settings here. So back up to profile number 1, which is just that straight current. Everything's remained the same, so we're still on that 90 hertz, which is what I didn't think it saved, but it obviously did. So you're doing great, good. Got home from work. Awesome. I appreciate you popping on and saying g'day from time to time. It's really awesome. Yeah, glad to hear everything's going all right. And yeah, we miss you too. It feels like it's been forever since we've gone anywhere or you've gone anywhere. But you guys should definitely come visit at some point. Almost a month, yeah. I mean, I feel like if I miss 2 days, I'm out of practice. But yeah, definitely having a month off. But you just warm up to it, don't you? Like you warm up, play around. Having a new machine's probably a good excuse for dialing things in as well. But yeah, as if it's been a month, that's crazy. Hopefully you're coming good now, though. With nothing worse than anything lingering around for that long. So we're back in a straight current setting, so we're going to go through and Fusion Weld this point, and then I want to get a little bit of a Fusion Weld down the bottom here. Where are you guys? Over here, while I fill that hole up as well. Stainless was the first. Awesome. Yeah, that picture that you sent me, I thought it might have been a double pulse situation, but really crisp on that piece of stainless you showed. Really crisp and consistent looking weld there. Real interesting to see how you go with that machine. fusion weld, no worries. Managed to do it without putting too much filler in, which is excellent. So same deal, gonna prop this guy up. Gonna weld from the thin side to the thick side, and let's get over here and get into that pulse setting there. Well, I forgot about that little bit of bad fit up at the bottom when I started the top, and I came in way too hot down here. So I just stop and restart just down the bottom here, which you can see the little etch line where I restarted, but mainly had to stop because I set the back of my fingers on fire with getting so close. Not literally on fire, but super hot. But I think that is a nice looking weld. Happy with that for sure. So let's get on tank number 3 and do the same thing. So this one is really bad fit up down the bottom here, so quite a big gap down there. We'll definitely be able to take care of it, but just need to be mindful right now. So we don't need to save changes here. Now if I can push the right button on this thing. Profile number 1, and we'll just fusion weld up that pointy bit. Okay, so almost lost the point there. I don't know how well you can see that in the welding camera, but I Ended up just sort of flitting back to the other side to try and save it, and I think we did okay. On a scale of 1 to it's probably a bad idea, I'm going to start at the thick end and work to the thin end, only because the gap is about 1 millimeter down the bottom here. So I want to tackle that so we don't have the situation like last time. Because from the middle here, it's good fit up all the way to the top, so we'll just see how it goes in that direction. I got 2/3 of a filler rod, so we should be fine to cruise up there. What do I need to do? I need to get into the pulse setting. So profile number 3, we're in the pulse setting, and let's go. Not too bad. At this point here, I definitely thought I wasn't going to have enough filler, but we just managed to get there with about 4 inches to spare. Went a bit colder down here, but I think all in all, it's quite a good weld. Definitely the look that I would want, that sort of concave sort of bead up there, but considering we were filling a gap, I think we did the right thing by starting at the gap end rather than the thin end. So we'll set that guy aside and go back to tank number 1. And while we're still on the pulse setting, I'm going to weld in this filter basket. Is the brightness on this camera okay, or is that... should it be something down here? I don't have a ND filter on it. Do I? Yeah. That's fine, I think. Looks fine to you? Awesome. It just looks dark, but I think, like I've got this key light, which you guys, I think, see when the camera comes down, like this massive LED between me and the screen that I watch on. I think that skews what I see a little bit. Okay, so let's try and get that in the center a little bit better, so at least when I spin it around I don't have to reposition so much. Alright, we're in the pulse setting, we're on the 0.833 pulse time. That's it, let's weld this basket in. Looks not too bad. Might try messing around with these settings on the next one just for fun. Not too bad. I mean, it's 100 times better than that last batch where we had to twist the filler rods together. So pop that guy in the middle, and we're going to do the same thing. I am just going to increase the stick out just a touch. Lost sight of it a couple of times welding that one out. If I can grip the thing. Okay. And I just wanted to have a go at increasing the on time. Instead of the increasing the pulse, we'll just increase the on time and see if we can just blast a little bit of a nicer puddle, I guess. Let's try it. Alright, didn't quite get the results I was looking for, but I came back and adjusted those mid-weld and went to 50-50. This was the 60% that I put it on at the start there. Looks like looks pretty average actually, but yeah, came back to 50-50. Got a beautiful weld across the back there, so we'll do the next one on 50-50 and see how I feel about it. The 60-40 pulse setting here, so the on time, so at 60%, just made the travel speed really low, and then I went the other way to 30, sort of mid-weld. I made a couple of adjustments there, and just really dulled off the weld. So we were at 45 before, 50 now. We'll be able to compare tank number 3 with tank number 1 and see how I feel about it. All right, not too bad. I had a little bit of a blowout right here at the front. Still not a bad looking weld, all things considered. It was a little bit of a hard one to chase out, but happy with that 50-50. I will definitely save those settings. I don't think the difference between 45 and 50 is huge, but you know, I'm all about those little micro changes at the moment, so we'll keep doing that. So back to tank number 1, and we'll just have a quick look. So yeah, definitely a difference in the weld appearance. I haven't switched screens. There you go. On the 45. We'll just play with that for the next few builds and see how that goes. Have I lost my brass block? There it is. Just got a little bit of distortion across the front there. Everything else looks good. I always want to start across this front face on this product, but realistically it makes sense to start here. So I always want to do this first because it's just this thin little piece of aluminium there. What I might do is actually go from here to here and then just roll through the 3 catch cans, doing that section of weld there. And then come back and give it a chance to cool. But at this point of the build, we can chuck chill blocks on the top. So, actually, you know what? I might start way back from this corner. I was going to start here because there's a vertical seam, but we are going to weld a fitting on here and then weld over the top of that that corner, which will be ultimately be a stop-start. So. We'll do that. I have already set the machine back to profile number 1, which is just our straight current setting. And let's go. The goal here is to do the nicest welds possible, so we'll see how we go. Okay, hopefully that looks as good on camera as it does in real life. Really happy with that weld. Super nice consistency the whole way around. Really, really good. I made that camera too bright now. Looks not too bad. The stream is a bit late. I've moved my phone, which I listened to the stream on, over in front of me now, so when that scene changes, I can see it. It doesn't look too bad, but it's tiny. It's tiny. Good. I think we'll definitely do that flick between the three tanks. This one's still quite warm. Pop that chill block on. I do want to just lower that stick out a little bit. We did increase it a bit for the filter baskets. I've gone back to a 3mm stick out now. didn't ball this tungsten. It balled nicely by itself. I do quite regret that I didn't get a chance to sharpen up some lanthanated tungstens. I would have really liked to have done that test tonight, but there's always tomorrow night. We've got some S13 catch cans to weld tomorrow, which is my first product. It's AT Performance's very first product. I've made what feels like a million of them. I imagine it's hundreds of them, if not in the thousands. So that'll be a good one to do some testing on because I've welded shitloads of them. So let's roll around. There's no massive changes apart from that stick out that I wanted to make, so we'll just keep I don't know who it is. There's some YouTuber and his thing is like low and slow for his aluminium. I think he's like low and slow. I forget who it is. Pacific Welds or someone. That's how I'm feeling tonight. Just lower the amps a little bit and slow down a little bit, and it worked all right on that last tank, so we'll see how it goes on this one. Chill and feel. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking low and slow. Maybe that's my slogan. Chill and feel. Yeah, that's the guy. I'm glad you know who I'm talking about. That was really awesome as well. So we did have that overhang on this section here. So A lot less filler and just letting the overhang sort of wet in, and then just putting the filler on to get the bead profile. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Happy with that. And this one needs a little bit of tapping into shape as well. Chill and fill. Low and slow. It's basically the same thing, isn't it? Basically. So we're doing that same situation again. Let's get in here. This one, not too bad. So this is the 50-50 split weld, and there is actually no distortion in this one, so that's good. Interesting. I'm going to swap out to a different chill block and let that other one cool down a little bit. Dusty from Pacific Welding, yeah. He does artwork or something, doesn't he? Okay, so same deal. Going from corner to corner. You guys are a little bit out of frame there. We'll do both the chill and fill and low and slow on this one and try and get another great weld. happy with that. This had a pretty big, I was going to say big-ish, sort of an oxymoron. Had a gap across here, and we've lost a camera. We've lost the camera. Man down. Have we've still got audio? Maybe we've lost some cameras. Let's restart this guy. Authorize him. Yes, let me just cycle through a standby screen and see if I can get this welding camera back on. Did you have audio on that welding shot? Maybe not. Is it going to come good? What's going on? We've lost everything now. All right. Well, that didn't go as planned, did it? If I go here, I am here. Okay, cool. So if I go here, I am here. And is that camera going to turn on? No. And then that camera is not going to turn on. So that's weird. There are two different problems plugged into two different locations. Authorize you, yes, and shut you down. Let me come in here and deactivate. Nothing like a little bit of I can't even think of the word. I just want to say stream fixing. Technical difficulties after having such a good run. This camera will not even deactivate. It's on, the light's on. Trying to get it to deactivate in the software. The software has frozen. Software has frozen. What can I do about that? I can close this. No, I can't. Alright, well, you can still see me. I think I'm still moving. Yes. Cannot close this screen. What can I do? Just unplug it. Plug it back in. Close it. Can't. Oh yes, there it goes. Okay. So doing a hard reset worked, but it balks all the settings that I give it. Welding camera was right until the weld finished. Cool, thank you, Chris. I just can't remember if I heard audio, so I use that. I use this camera that looks at the welder as the welding audio. So I use the microphone in that one because I've been able to put a bit of tape and stuff over it. Okay, so that's working. So if we come back to the looking screen, I don't have. Yes, I do have. Okay. I think we're all good. All right, we managed to recover without having to do anything major. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. What did I miss? His name is Dusty. Yes. Yeah, he's a welding guy. Yeah, he worked. I've seen a couple of his videos. I think the video that got pushed to me was like my neighbors. My neighbors found out I'm welding or something along those lines. But yeah, that's cool. I think, yeah. Well, I don't know if I've watched a ton of his stuff, but obviously enough to remember Low and Slow. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I just remember the video title. To be honest, I know it just had a clickbaity title. Okay, so we're back on tank number 1 here. Gonna go all the way around the front, the curve to the back, hopefully in one go. I'm gonna try and do that on all 3 of these tanks, and then we'll end the stream. I know it's going to run a little bit later than it's supposed to, but I'd really like to get this done, so we're going to keep going. Okay, that felt really good. Where did we go? We went from this corner back here all the way around the front. The front looks great. Happy with that. Had a little bit of an attempted blowout around here, but looks good. And I had another little attempted blowout just here as well, but considering how sharp that curve is, I think that welded really nicely as well. Happy with that the whole way around. Seem to be getting just slight, I want to call them attempted blowouts, where they start to, but they're easy to catch. Right before the tacks, not in every case, but in some cases, the tack seems to be the constant in the problem. Something to pay attention to. Looks good, thank you, Chris. I'm happy with how this is going tonight. The pressure, I sort of stated earlier that these are pre-sold, and they're actually all going to the same customer. So pretty rare for my products to go the same kind of product or the same style of product to all go to the same place, which I feel pressure. I know that I'm just doing the best I can regardless, but to have more consistency, since somebody other than me and the powder coater is going to see them side by side. But I'm really happy with how these welds are turning out so far. This time, I was going to say. I feel like making a change to something, but I'm not going to fuck with it if it's going good. So I think the best thing I can do is just to keep welding and get these last two tops finished off. I remember what it was that I wanted to change, which is I just wanted to adjust that welding camera. It's a little bit off center. Not a big deal, but something that I was thinking about. A little bit of inconsistency there, just after it went past the baffle. You can see there, what it felt like or looked like was the arc started wandering. But again, not bad. If I turn it like that, it looks bloody fantastic. So it's all about angles and filters and lighting, which is what we don't get. If I could side by side what I show you here with an edited Instagram photo, you'd probably be amazed. But it looks good. It looks really, really good. Happy with that. Last one. I will just jump in quickly and see if I can slide that welding camera down a little bit. I had to zoom in a little bit to make it happen, so we'll see how that looks this time round. Hopefully it's in frame because I'm going to do this in one sitting. So we're good, no distortion. So this is the 50-50 one, the 50-50 pulse setting. No distortion across here, which is excellent. Just got to get a couple of tacks closed off here and here. And how's that chill block doing? I will swap to the big chill block for this one. It hasn't been used tonight, so it's nice and cool. And we're away. Just for curiosity's sake, I'm just going to jump in and really zoom in on that welding camera, just to see how it looks. and super happy with that one as well. Half expecting the camera not to turn on then. So where did we go? We went across the front. Let's try and get that in frame somewhat. So across the front they had the same issue here, and I think because it repeated itself, I think it might have been a positioning issue, because it repeated itself in exactly the same spot there. Here the curved weld looks really good. Super happy with how that turned out the whole way around. All three of these look great. So 7:20 we ran a little bit over, but I was a little bit late starting tonight as well. So 3 catch cans, we've done the tops completely, and we just have a couple of welds to go on the bottom, which we might do a part 2 tomorrow. Let me try and get that in frame for you. We might do a part 2 on these tomorrow, or I'll finish them during the day and we will do those, what do we got? Sylvia, S13 catch cans tomorrow. So whatever we do, we will be back tomorrow for another welding stream. So part of the point of this stream is for me to get better at welding. That's definitely something that that I am working on. Is I guess publicly acknowledging my shortfalls and trying to improve. Really, the goal is to improve the product that I offer to my customers, but get better at TIG welding. So I've just started the Facebook group, Get Better at TIG Welding. It's where I will share the problems I'm having, the solutions I'm finding, and reach out to people to offer advice on the same. I encourage everybody to go and join that group and post what you're working on, what's going on. As of now, it is a private group, so you'll have to do the Facebook joining situation, and it is on post approval until we get some bots and mods and stuff set up. But I'd love you to come across there. The idea is we can continue the conversation from this stream. If people are having problems with things, specifically AC welding, I'd be happy to tackle those live on the stream as well. Try settings, try things. I've done it before for people who have asked me direct questions. So anyway, that is a thing, and I will get a little banner going across on the on this viewing box up here, so we get a constant reminder that that Facebook group exists for us all. But that's it. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for everybody who come along and had a look at what I was doing tonight. I don't quite know how well received these half-finished streams go. Being that there's a part 1 and part 2, I will endeavour to try and call them different things. But anyway, to stop the rant, Chris, thank you so much for hanging out with me, jumping in the chat, all that stuff. I always, and I'll continue to say, I really appreciate you coming along. It certainly means the world. Shania for jumping in the chat too. It was so good to, it's just good to know that you come in and check out what I got going on. I really appreciate that too. Anyone else who jumped in tonight and didn't hop in the chat, but just came and had a bit of a sticky beak, you guys rock. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and having a look at what I got going on here. I really appreciate that. All you guys who are watching the VOD after this is live, if you're up on YouTube and you're new here, hit subscribe. We're trying to grow that subscriber count. YouTube at 1,000 subscribers sort of unlocks some advertising capabilities and help us push that stream out to more people. And in turn, hopefully we'll get more people back, and the chat will be more active. It'll be more entertaining. All good things for everybody involved. Hit the like button. If you dislike the stream, hit the dislike button. But
if you feel inclined to dislike, let me know why. The goal is to improve the thing. If you don't tell me why you don't like something, I can't rebut or fix the problem. So tell me why. Somebody disliked the stream the other day and didn't say why, and I would really like to know. And that's it. You are all awesome human beings. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great night, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow for another welding stream, and take it easy until then.